sweet love. I'm really unwell and this is not the video I thought I was going to do, but it's obviously the video that I needed, and I wanted to take you along on a little journey with me as I self-care, because sometimes self-care is not taking bubble baths and putting face cream on. It's actually like practically caring for ourselves, and that is what I'm doing today, because I've been in bed for the last 2 days really unwell, and today I need to get out and get the sun on my skin and the fresh air in my hair, and I'm gonna go to my local garden centre. I need to put some plants in my garden as well, so it's gonna be a slow, cozy little vlog. I haven't even left yet. I'm like filming this before I leave, so here's the fit. I'm wearing my cute little dress and my boots. Let's hit the road, baby. I've run out of cat food, so number one on the list is getting the cats some more food, and these two fat little rag dolls keep on chasing me up the hallway, even though they have been fed this morning, mind you. They just want their second breakfast and then their pre-lunch.
You guys are overfeeding your cats, because this is how much a cat is supposed to eat.
Not around here, partner. Not around here.
Then going to my garden centre, like I said, oh, there's Monkey. And I put makeup on today because, again, sometimes I think you just have to fake it till you make it. And if you feel like crap, then put some makeup on. Put a nice, little outfit on. Get out of the house and get some sunshine. God, I always freak out that I've, forgotten things. It's like wallet, keys, phone. I think that's it. About going to Pet Mum is that I only have to go over there to go to Bunnings. So I didn't mean to, but I ended up getting all purple plants. I honestly didn't think that was going to happen. Salvias. This is turning into a little plant haul. I got 2 of them, 2 salves. I think they were 10 bucks. I got 3 lavenders. This is the 3rd one. It's so cute. Look. I feel like it matches my hair. Now these are tree dahlias, and they get a bright purple, pinky kind of coloured flower. And last night I was meditating in my studio and I actually saw bright pinky kind of tall, billowy flowers. And so when I saw this specific bloom right here, I knew, okay, I need to buy these ones. So these were about $15. They were the most expensive of all the plants, and I got 2 of those. They grow 1.5 meters by 1.5 meters, and I do love dahlias. I think they're so gorgeous, so very happy to have these ones. Now the little babies, I got some pansies and my foxgloves. So I'm very sad that my foxgloves are gone. 2 lots of the foxgloves, and then some Icelandic poppies. because last season when I had my poppies, it just made my day, and these were the only little ones that were left there. So I was like, okay, I'm going to take that as a sign that I'm going to give them a go in my garden again and see how they go. And honestly, I just don't have any like gardening tools left. So I got some new gloves, some secateurs, and a little trowel, some big mummers to prune my rose bushes back, and my orchid potting mix because I have to repot my beautiful big orchid. Ugh. Okay, time to put the trolley back. It's honestly the most beautiful day today. I'm like so glad to have the fresh air, and I spent like probably an hour and maybe a little bit longer roaming around Bunnings. So it's been such a good morning. Fruit full of plants, just the way I like it. Oh my goodness! Oh my god! I have a PO box. This is so cool. Oh my god, it's so cool. I feel like a little kid. What feels like hours later, I'm finally finished grocery shopping. I got myself a sushi roll. Best thing about Woolies is you get a free magazine if you want it. Oh, this one's heavy. Bags are ripping. Yikes. Toilet paper. Oh, sorry about that. Sparkling water, which I didn't put in a bag. That's okay. Put it down here. And the magazine. Put that behind me so I don't forget it. Okay. Whew. I have you guys holstered and I'm hands-free, so don't worry. My plan is, as much as I want to go home and just get into the gardening, I do need to put a slow cooker on. I was going to say a hot cooker. Oh my god, I feel like I have like two brain cells rubbing together. Powering my brain at the moment. Oh my god. I need to eat some food. So once I do that, put the slow cooker on, then I'll probably spend the rest of... Oh my god. I'll spend the rest of this afternoon pottering around the garden if I have energy for it. I've kind of been realizing that I need to like take a look at my energy that I have to do things, because I'm the queen.
Pardon? For improved recognition, do not speak too
Master,
slow or
stop.
too loud.
Oh
Speak
my...
clearly without pausing between words or numbers.
No, we're not...
Finally, make sure the vents are not
Oh my
directing
god,
air towards the
stop.
microphone located in
I'm
the
not a
overhead
boomer,
console.
I promise. What are you doing? Stop. Well, that was a nice little drive home with you. I'm gonna have to give these kittens cat food first because they are gonna be so hungry.
Gravel road, I've been asked to slow down. Fireplace, do you know how? Piles of paper, my desk is on. Who will care for the world now? Rest with me. Close to curtains, brew some herbal tea. Reach out for me. Take my hand and lead, even when I disagree.
I honestly wish you guys could smell through this camera because these herbs smell incredible.
Discover books I forget about. Who care for the world now? Rest with me.
Yes.
Close the curtain.
Okay Okay, so please excuse my messy kitchen. I'm just really quickly putting together this casserole so I can sit down and eat my food. I haven't made a slow cook meal in so long. I've got some chuck beef going into it. I've got sweet potato, onion, some capsicum, garlic, carrot and normal potato, and then I'll be adding stock and some herbs, some dried herbs and spices as well. I put in a can of diced tomatoes, and is that it? I don't know. Honestly, my brain, like I said, is only running on a few brain cells. I need some food, but I thought I would just have a chat with you and let you know what I'm actually cooking and what I'm putting in this slow cooker. It is winter here in Australia, although the weather doesn't really reflect it temperature wise. It is literally like in the mid to high 20s today. And y'all know I'd love to be in freezing cold, you know, Victoria or Tasmania, but alas, I'm not. But I do think that making casseroles is like the perfect meal for these like cold wintry nights and days.
Reach out for me. Take my hand and lead even when I disagree. Maybe then I can relax. Bring my heels in my bed. Oh, just rest sweetly. Close the curtain. Brew some herbal tea. Reach out for me. Oh, and take my hand and lead even when I disagree.
Well, I feel like I'm being humbled by my garden because my head is hurting and my eyes, I can barely keep them open. And I think it's that respecting the boundary and the limits that we have and not pushing through to the point of burnout again. These beauties are going to be waiting for me in the morning, and it's going to give me a bit of time to spend tonight really intentionally planning and setting out where I want things to go in my garden. Let's go back inside, boil a cup of tea, and I'll have a chat with you.
Rest sweetly. Close the curtain.
This is my all-time favorite tea. It's the Kintra Dandy Chai blend. So it's roasted dandelion root tea with all like chai spices, and it's so delicious. I think I love that because I started using it when I was in the thick of my devotional work with Hecate, and the dandelion is very connected to Hecate and the three worlds.
Brew some herbal tea. Reach out for me. And take my hand and lead even when I
My mother-in-law got me this honey because she knows that I love these style of jars. And it's so sweet because it was on her table. And I was like, I love that honey jar, Ange. It's so cute. And she's like, come on over to the cupboard. I want to show you something. And I opened it up and she bought me my own honey too. So I love this lot of honey. It was given to me with love. I have my tea. I hope that you are nice and cozy and that you've enjoyed kind of journeying with me today. It's really interesting that I've started doing a lot of psychic work again and awakening my third eye and doing a little bit more like meditation. And literally days later, I get this sinus infection or whatever it is that's going on. And a lot of it is centering energetically around my energy centers and also my crown. So it's really interesting just observing as I'm kind of flinging off the energy and reopening up these centers that my physical body is kind of having a reaction as well, because I'm out here just actually catching germs as well, you know. Like I said, this was not the video that I planned on doing this week for you, but I think it's the video that I needed, and it did actually bring up a lot to me. the fact that over the last 2 years I have been healing from burnout that I kind of went through in 2017, 2018, and it took me through to now to really get myself into balance, and I'm not perfect, but I'm still getting there. So it is something that I think I'll make a video on, because how many of us really are out here getting burnt out? I think it's just natural in the world that we live in, where there's just so much like hustle culture, like hustle, you want to get a business, you want to get ahead, you want to be a boss babe, like let's do it, put in the hours, grind it out, like it's just so about activation and moving forward and just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And in my experience, the more bigger and bigger and bigger I became with my business, especially a business that wasn't in alignment with me, I was pushing not because it felt right. Like it wasn't the right thing to do. I was pushing because that was kind of what society told me I had to do. Like, you have a business, you want to make it successful, then you put in the work and you put in the hours and you grind it out. And I showed up to work, 6 days a week for 8 to 10 hour days. Insane to think that I built this business that was meant to be, amazing and beautiful, but it literally felt like something that just sucked my soul away from me. And I think that there's plenty of people who would be able to relate to this, whether you're working for yourself or you're working for somebody else. I worked for other people for years and years of my life, so I know that feeling, and it can be so soul crushing if you're not in a space that you're happy with. But even I think it's relatable burnout with being a parent, because it just doesn't stop. Life just keeps on piling more and more, and then you add in like illnesses or family that have got illnesses and just all the ups and downs of life. It's just so easy to burn out. So I think that doing a video, and even this video, is kind of a gateway into the topic of, know your limits, and it's okay to just pause, and you don't have to keep on pushing and pushing to go further and further and get it all done in one day. I always would push myself, even with editing these videos, and stay up until midnight or 1 a.m. to get it done. But then the next day I'm shattered. I'm just like so exhausted, and I should not have done that. I should have just slowed down, gone to sleep, had a cup of tea, and woken up the next day and got back into it the next day. So sometimes I think we put these time restrictions on ourselves and all this pressure, and we push ourselves to the point of being exhausted. But really, is that actually going to help the outcome of what it is you're trying to achieve? Most of the time, when we're pushed to our limit and we're spread thin, the end result probably isn't going to be 100%. It's going to be like 70, 80%. Sometimes it's just healthy to take a step back, have a break, come out of the tunnel vision that you have on the project, or the hyperfixation on this one thing, whether it's work or an art project or school or study, whatever. Just take a break. It's going to be there tomorrow, and you are always going to be better at doing things when you're well rested. So it's so important to prioritize that. And if we're not getting sleep, it is really going to affect everything, our hormones, our brains, our healing. Like, oh my goodness, sleep is so integral. And a dream update for those who watched my Have Tea With Me, where I spoke about dream magic and what my plans were for that. I actually did my cards the other day and pulled out Herkimer Diamond, which is about dreams. And I was like, oh, I forgot about my Herkimer Diamond. So I've been sleeping with it, and my dreams have instantly been off the chart. I've been remembering them every single night since I've been sleeping with my Herkimer Diamond. So I wanted to share that with you. I think that's also part of the reason why I'm going through all of this like third eye activation, because I don't really feel like I had been dreaming for a long time, and I definitely had not been doing any big meditative work with my energy centers. And one of the cards I pulled in my reading, and mind you, I don't do readings for myself very often, like it's quite rare. Once every 3 months, like at the beginning of a new season, I'll pull a set of cards, and I do it in kind of like trance, like meditation, and like trying to talk to my guides and allowing the cards to like be their mouthpiece. And one of the cards that came through was the Soul Star Energy Center, which is kind of like the gateway to the soul, the gateway to the other realms above your crown. So I am feeling very much like I'm going through a reinitiation, and I've been seeing butterflies everywhere. I was driving down to the ocean and I was thinking to myself, I feel like I'm stepping through a portal. I feel like at the moment there's this new chapter and I'm stepping into it. And as I was thinking that in my mind, this big, beautiful monarch butterfly flew past as we were driving on the highway. And it was just so beautiful, like the exact divine timing. I've been seeing angel numbers every single day. And I hadn't seen angel numbers probably for 6 to 9 months. Like I'd very rarely, you know, catch a glimpse of an angel number. So it's really cool that when you step really heavily back into your path, that all of these things that happened to me years ago when I first had my spiritual awakenings, they're all coming back. And I think that's so exciting. So anyway, thank you so much for being here with me. And keeping me company today. It's been nice, like walking around by myself in the garden center, in the shops, knowing that you guys are kind of with me, that there's like thousands of people in spirit following me around. It was kind of cool, and I can't wait to catch up with you next week. Hopefully I'll be feeling a bit better, and I'm gonna spend this time that I have off to myself to heal, but also to do some brainstorming. Have a beautiful day wherever you are in the world. I'm sending you lots of love. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, my love. Love you.